Hi there, Trevor. This is Ryan with WGXA in Macon, Georgia. We have a tornado warning until 4:45. I need to be on the air
On which
on
stations?
on Fox or on WGXA and EGXA, both the Fox and the ABC stations.
Okay, let me get that set up for you.
Okay, thank you. I'm the only one here right now. Are you guys able to hear me from the from kind of my feedback video? Because I'll have you plugged into my earpiece, but I don't think you'll be able to hear me through my phone with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll tell you when. It's still 4:45, so I'll be able to tell you when to get off air and stuff as well. But if you have to talk to me, I'll be I'll be in my ear. You'll be in my ear, so I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. We're ready to go live right now.
Okay.
So I'll just need you to let me know when you want me to take you live.
What'd you say?
You sent the push notification?
Yeah, I sent the tornado, so not like the watch live or anything.
Well, I'm already rolling live on Facebook.
Okay, perfect.
When you sent push for watch now,
Yeah.
that week.
Okay. Okay, I should be ready to go when you guys are. So just let me know and I'm ready when you are.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Hi there, I'm Meteorologist Ryan Marando with this Skywatch weather alert. We've got a tornado warning out for portions of Lawrence County. This is in place until 4:45 p.m. If you live in this area, I want you to take shelter immediately as there are signs of rotation in the atmosphere that could be producing a tornado. So if you live in this area, this is south of Lawrence or south of Dublin right now, moving through Rents, Cadwell. That's where we're seeing the area in this red watch box. That is a tornado warning. We're seeing signs of rotation in the atmosphere. So if you see or if you live in this area, I want you to take shelter. Really what you want to do is you want to get into your basement. If you don't have a basement, you want to get to the most interior room of your home. You basically want to put as many walls in between you and the outdoors as possible, an interior room, a closet, a bathroom. Don't be near any windows. Just really want to put as many layers between you and the outside right now. Even with this embedded storm, there's a lot of lightning out there, some hail reporting on the radar, and some heavy downpours of rain. So really want to take shelter. We've been having these storms all day. I want to show you exactly where the potential for some rotation is. And I do also want to have up what we've got. Okay, so the tornado warning goes into effect for 4:45. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Cadwell, or 12 miles northeast of Eastman, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So we're going to stay with this while we're on the air, and we will do this to kind of keep you safe, to make sure that the rotation and why we're keeping an eye on it. So let's go ahead and look at our velocity. This really tells us the wind structure of the storms. We can able to really dive deep into the storms and see the wind structure. The green shows the winds moving towards the radar, and the red shows the winds moving away. So when you get the winds, when they're very close to each other, the green right next to the red, that shows the potential for rotation to be in the atmosphere, and that could be touching down onto the ground and producing a tornado. So it looks like right now that the rotation, it was just northeast of Cadwell, right over kind of Rents right now. Seeing those reds right next to those greens, that's showing that there's that possible really notching, that gate-to-gate shear in the atmosphere that can be producing a tornado and that could be touching down on the ground. And this will continue to move over down into the east, southeast over here over the next 40 minutes or so, and this is moving at about 30 miles per hour. So this is a potential for there to be a tornado on the ground. This is radar confirmed and radar indicated to be. So there's no confirmation of this being on the ground, but this is radar indicated tornado warning. So if you live really in Rents right now, moving over 117, about to cross over 319 as well, you really want to take shelter immediately. South of Dexter, this is I-16 right here. Dublin's up a little farther to the north, but this is producing the potential for there to be a tornado on the ground right now. We've been dealing with the storms really that moved through this morning, and we're going to be seeing this threat for severe weather really be off and on for the next 48 hours or so. Tomorrow morning, we get hit with another band of heavy downpours, and really throughout the entire weekend, heading into Monday, we do have a severe risk. Today, we are at a 1 for severe weather, which means we could see an isolated storm or 2 turn severe. We've had about 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in our area now. This is the first tornado warning that we have out. And then tomorrow morning, we're at a 2 for a scale of 1 to 5. That means we could see a few more severe thunderstorms. And the primary threats are for damaging winds and isolated tornadoes possible. So let's go ahead and show you really where this watch box is moving through for the tornado warning. If you're just joining us on the air, we've got the tornado warning out really for portions of Lawrence County. This is south of Dublin. So here's Dublin right here. This is really portions and areas south of Dublin, but it's really only in Lawrence County. I can move this out a little bit wider. So here's Dublin, here's I-16. Really, if you live just south of I-16, you're really getting hit with that heavy lightning, heavy rainfall, and then the tornado warning is that red watch box inside of our severe thunderstorm. And the radar is also showing that there are winds up to about 60 miles per hour. Those can produce some damage. This is moving pretty quickly at east at 30 miles per hour. So let me get a track out here for you all to see how the storm is going to continue to move quickly off to the east. That will help out with timing this out and getting it correctly. Probably it's moving pretty slow. This is kind of like a pop-up storm. The front has continue to stall out, and it's not having a lot of driving motion, so it's been moving pretty slowly over the past hour as I've been keeping an eye on it, but this is still moving about 30 miles per hour. Let me see if I can time this out for you, and we're going to move this pretty quickly over the next half hour or so as it quickly moves this way. So it's really going to kind of parallel I-16, moving completely to the south and east. So Lowry, you're in the path of the storm right now. Soperton, that's out of the tornado warning, but that will be continuing to head your way as well. If this holds together, we'll be heading towards Soperton as well. But right now, still just in Lawrence County, Lowry at 439 as that storm continues to move quickly to the south and east, really paralleling I-16. Dublin, you are not in this severe thunderstorm or tornado warning right now, but you're just south of that. So if you know anyone really in Rents, Cadwell, you're in this tornado warning, you really do want to take shelter and take this seriously, as there could be a tornado that's possibly on the ground. We are seeing signs of rotation out in the atmosphere, and that is why we're on the air covering this to you so that we can stay safe. Just going to keep my sounds on just in case if there's any new updates from the National Weather Service. Earlier this morning, we did have a severe thunderstorm watch in place for this area. That has since expired. Remember the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch is when the conditions are favorable for storms to be forming, but they're not occurring at the moment. That's when you really want to make your plan. And then when the warnings issue, like we have out here, these 2 warnings, severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning, that's when it's actually occurring or it's imminent for right now as well. And I can take that from you. Oh, yes, we can definitely do that. Again, Dublin is not exactly in the storm, but we might be able to get a good shot of this if I pull up the cameras. We might be able to turn the camera to the south and see this thunderstorm that's out there right now. So while I'm pulling up the camera again, this is for this tornado warning. Let me show you exactly what the timing is for everything. This tornado warning is out for portions of Lawrence County until 4:45, really moving over Rents, Cadwell, moving over 319. If you live in this area, you want to take shelter immediately. Put as many layers between the outdoors and you as possible. The basement is, of course, the best option. However, if you can't do that, an interior bathroom, closet really is the next best option for you. So let me try to pull up our Dublin camera to see if we can turn and figure out what's going on with this. So let me pull up our Dublin camera, and we can try to see if we can get a good view of this storm. So here's our Dublin camera. Let me actually go change this really fast, and I just need to change it so that it has the actual camera as our background, and see if we can get a cool shot of this moving quickly off for us. So here we go. There's our time lapse that we had yesterday. It was a beautiful day yesterday, but it's really an unsettled pattern that we've got going on right now. And so we really are keeping an eye on these storms for you. Let me play this. Okay, so here's a live look out to Dublin right now. You're really not getting hit with that rain. The roads are a little bit wet as we did have some rain earlier in the day. Let's see if we can kind of turn the camera to see if we can see the storms out in the distance as we begin to pan this across the downtown Dublin area. Looks like there's the darker kind of skies back there. Let's see if I can continue turning to see if we can get a really good shot of something. Just looks pretty dark out in the distance. Kind of see some of those clouds beginning to form out. Not able to see a whole lot. Oh, is that some of the clouds that are continuing to move down? So you can really see where that cloud cover is in place, and the storm's really there off in the distance especially. So I think we're getting some updates. Let's see if I can check them out. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's out for portions of Bleckley, Dodge, and Pulaski County. And again, we still do have the tornado warning that's out for portions of Lawrence County until 4:45. So we have quite a bit of some storms going off right now. You can definitely see some of those clouds. Look, you can see here's the kind of where the storms are beginning to dissipate, and the heavy rain is a little bit further off. So let me turn this camera a little bit back over here. Really, really dark out in the distance as this begins to pan out for us. Really, this should stay to the south of Dublin. You aren't in this tornado warning. This is for areas south of Lawrence County or south of Dublin, still in Lawrence County though. So let's go back to the radar and show you exactly what's going on, because we got another severe thunderstorm warning, and the tornado warning is still into effect for about another 17 minutes or so. So let's go back on the radar. Can I show you what's happening with some of the severe thunderstorm warnings now? So here we go. Here's a wider view of the storms right now. Macon, we're pretty dry. There is one batch of storms that's beginning to come up, but a lot of the storms are south of Macon right now, kind of popping up from some of the sunshine that we got. When you get a lot of sunshine, that kind of helps to create some instability in the atmosphere. So now that the front has kind of stalled out over us, any kind of breaks of the sunshine really help to ignite the storms that could be popping up. And that's kind of what we're dealing with for right now. So we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. Let's see if we can get this one to show up with all the information. Okay, here we go. So this is the severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Bleckley, Dodge, and Pulaski County, really moving over Hawkinsville right now. This is just the severe thunderstorm warning. No rotation in this storm right now, and this is in place until 5:15. Eastman, you are also included in this storm as it continues to move to the south and east. But we still do have the tornado warning that is in effect for our area as well. So let me just make sure, okay, that we've got everything going. I should probably turn this one off. I gotta have a way to get up to the warnings. And the best way to really be getting our warnings when we do have severe weather is to download the Skywatch weather app. We always push for all of the warnings, especially for over your area, are automatically notified if there are any warnings over you. So let's go back to this tornado warning. Once again, we are really seeing still signs of rotation in the atmosphere. You're getting that heavy downpour of rain as it's starting to move quickly over towards the east of Rent, continuing to move over 319. Let's break it down with the winds once again to see where the signs of rotation are in the atmosphere. Kind of seeing some larger areas. I think we just might have got another update. Okay, so good news. This tornado warning has now been canceled. The rotation has really fallen apart, so some good news there. Master control, we should be able to go off the air then. Just know that we are keeping an eye on these storms. We are on the air for tornado warnings to keep you safe, and then we will continue to watch them. Tomorrow morning, we will get another batch of more storms. Otherwise, we will return you to regularly scheduled programming. For now, are we all good into the back for going off the air? We should be good to go now that the tornado warning has expired. All right, we're back to regularly scheduled programming. One second. All right, thank you guys. There might be, I think we'll be good for now, but if there's another one, I will call you guys again if we get another one.
Okay.
Thank you so much for all your help.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.